Thanks for coming back. Here are the world news headlines. Kathmandu's tourism hub hit hard by quake. Center documenting Nazi atrocities opens in Munich. Only a handful of shops opened their doors on Thursday night in Kathmandu's tourism hub as the city strove through the devastating earthquake, which has so far claimed thousands of lives. Shopkeepers in the Thamel claimed that the area would normally be jammed-packed with tourists. Shops are regularly open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but by sunset on the sixth night after the deadly quake, only a few shop owners have opened as people are still living in fear. One vendor said that he hoped that the situation would get better soon. Aid from the international community has been flooding in, but it has been slow to reach all of those in desperate need. The government has been struggling to fully assess the devastation brought by Saturday's 7.8 magnitude earthquake. The Prime Minister said the death toll could reach 10,000, as information from remote villagers has yet to come in. The United Nations estimates that 8 million people have been affected, with at least 2 million in need of the most basics: tents, water, food, and medicine over the next couple of months. 70 years after the end of World War II, the German city of Munich on Thursday inaugurated a documentation center on atrocities committed by the Nazis. The new building is on the site of the former headquarters of the Nazis' National Socialist Party, and the fact that several buildings previously used by the Nazi regime still exist in the immediate neighborhood of the documentation center will play a central role in the center's information and communication concepts, according to the city of Munich. The permanent exhibition will illustrate a wide range of aspects of the history of National Socialism in Munich. There will also be consecutive temporary exhibitions addressing different themes. According to the city of Munich, on Sunday, German Chancellor Angela Merkel is scheduled to attend a ceremony to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the deliverance of the Dachau Nazi concentration camp outside Munich. Gazans in the Strip were preparing to increase their fishing sorties on Thursday following Israel's decision to return 15 boats seized from Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The move is the latest measure to shore up the Coastal Command's shattered economy. The small motor-powered boats had been confiscated over the past 2 years by the Israeli Navy to block the supplying of Hamas militants. Israel has accused the boat operators of violating a 6 nautical mile fishing zone it has enforced, saying the sea is utilized for cross-border penetration and arms supply. Palestinians say the zone is too small to meet Palestinian needs for food from the sea. Gazans have been hit hard by last year's war with Israel. They also blame the Israeli Navy of often harassing fishermen within its boundaries. The vessels were returned on Wednesday. The United Nations Food Agency estimates 3,600 Gaza households are involved in fishing. Just under half of those have no other source of income. Prior to 2007, when Hamas seized control of Gaza, provoking tougher Israeli restrictions, the number of fishermen topped 5,000, and they used to export some of their catch to Israel. The Palestinians want Israel to allow fishermen to sail up to 12 nautical miles from the Gaza shore, the internationally defined limit for a nation's waters, so that they can net greater numbers of larger fish. An Israeli military source said the size of the fishing zone was being periodically reviewed and was predicated on measuring a real military need against the harm caused to the civilian population. 10 Chinese nationals who fled the United States this month were charged on Thursday with violating federal court orders to stay during investigations into so-called maternity hotels in Southern California. The U.S. Department of Justice said that all but one of the defendants were customers of Chinese maternity hotels, which cater to foreign mothers to be seeking U.S. citizenship for their babies. The Department of Justice said in a statement that criminal charges were filed in U.S. District Court on Thursday, accusing the 10 of interference of justice and contempt of court for leaving the country after being demanded to remain. The 10 were also accused of making false statements on visa applications for allegedly lying to federal immigration authorities on the true purpose of their trips to the United States. The statement said it had customers that paid up to $50,000 to obtain temporary visas for authorization to travel by the United States by fraudulently claiming their visit would only be for several days. But investigators have said they are seeking evidence of possible criminal offenses, which includes visas and tax fraud, money laundering, and conspiracy. The Department of Justice said the federal arrest warrants have been issued for the 10 defendants, all of whom are believed to be in China. If convicted, they face statutory maximum sentences of 25 years in federal prison for the charge of false statement on a visa application and 5 years for the obstruction of justice charge, the department said. There is no maximum penalty for the charge of criminal contempt of court. Chilean volcano Calbuco, which has erupted twice last week, began erupting again on Thursday, sending a fresh cloud of ash and gas high into the sky. Local TV footages showed Calbuco spewed over 200 million tons of ash last week, coating nearby towns, destroying the local salmon industry, and forcing the cancellation of flights as far as Buenos Aires, some 870 miles away. The volcano eased up, but geological officials had warned it was still unsettled and could possibly explode again. Calbuco, one of the most active along a chain of around 2,000 in Chile, is in the scenic Los Lagos region, around 620 miles south of the capital, Santiago. The Las Vegas Resort and Casino is now the home of the first permanent exhibition about the iconic star Elvis Presley outside of Graceland. It was officially opened by Presley's wife, Priscilla, and daughter, Lisa Marie, 59 years to the day that the singer first performed in Vegas. The exhibition will feature over 300 artifacts from Graceland from his early days to his death in 1977. More on showbiz news. Britney Spears has canceled 2 of her Las Vegas concerts after falling while performing Wednesday night. The concerts scheduled for May 1st and 2nd are rescheduled, according to a statement released by Caesars Entertainment. Britney injured her ankle during her performance Wednesday evening, and her doctor has advised her not to perform Friday and Saturday evening so that she may heal. The statement said, amateur video taken from concert goers inside the theater shows Spears falling during the performance, then being assisted up by some dancers before continuing with the show. Spears has been performing a residency concert series at Las Vegas Planet Hollywood Resort since December of 2013. Italian designer Giorgio Armani celebrated 40 years of excellence in fashion, hosting a gala on Thursday for some of the top names of the celebrity world. The designer invited hundreds of VIP guests to an exclusive gala on the eve of Expo Milan 2015 and opened a museum recounting the 40-year history of his fashion business. Guest of honor, actress Sophia Loren simply said, "Armani is my friend." The event took place the day before the inauguration of Expo Milan 2015, of which King Giorgio is the special ambassador for fashion. Following are the weather and New York Stock Exchange reports. Thank you for watching VBS TV Business News Edition. We hope our program has been helpful to you. Until tomorrow, this is Robin Springer saying goodbye.